Hello Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Lagrange. I know there might be a little bit of background noise, please forgive me about this, but the patch is here and I think there's no time to wait. We are very lucky. I did save a few research points. As you can see, I have 26 research points and we do have the research agreement now here in our center. And to start with this, we need 25 research points to sign in. So we are going to do this right now and we'll see what happens. We go into the phase 1 and now we can select a research direction. Let's see what we do have available. So we have to choose which group we want to research and we can see which ships will be available in that group. Based on this, I would always recommend you, if you're not looking for a very specific ship, let's say maybe you want the Stingray, go for something that has very high rewards like Battlecruisers. Let's see what happens when we click on the ship. We will get some information. So there's the railgun type and the plasma type. I don't think that I can go for the plasma type because, as you see here, the main blueprint is required, and that is something we see here. I have A and B variant. I cannot get the B as I don't have the A yet. If you then check which ship you want most, you should be easily able to decide where to continue. Like here, the Spear of Uranus would be a great ship to start with, as you very likely would like to have more modules there. But maybe there's a specific ship that is just missing in your setup that you are going to go for. So we have the company, we also have the strategic performance option. So here we have ships with outstanding firepower, which is amazing because you got the Spear, the Constantine, the Eternal Storm, also the Connemara Chaos. So really good ships here. The tanking ships, you got the Chimera, the Spear of Uranus. I don't really think about the IO as a tank, and for sure not the Guardian. But you got the option to get the C version of the Guardian, so take a look at this. In this case, if you don't have the C version and you want to go for it, this might be a great option. The same thing will probably count then for like strategy and support. Okay, for the Ceres, all of the ships are strategy and support, but for some others this might look different. Like here the Xeno Stinger, we will only have the B variant type available here. Fighters and corvettes, okay, they are all there. Tactical performance, what do we have there? Light cones. I don't think I would go for this specifically. Direct fire weapons, more interesting again, but always keep in mind the more ships that are there, the lower the chance to get the one ship that you're really looking for. So if we go for Jupiter, we don't have so many ships. We have a total of 14 ships. In the Noma, we do have 15 ships. So choose these based on the ships you want and then choose the ship you want in the category that has the lowest amount of ships inside to increase the chance to really get the blueprint you are looking for. On the right side we can see the difficulty degree, and the higher the difficulty is, the longer the research time will be. So it's also visible here as a small symbol. So 4.0 takes us 1 day and 16. Let's see, the highest we have is 6 with 2 days and 12 hours. And the shortest I think is a 2.5 here, which would only take 1 day and 1 hour to research. Okay, so I'm going to go for the outstanding firepower section here. And the reason I'm doing this is easy. I do have 2 of the Battlecruisers in here that are really amazing and that I love to use, a Spear as well as a Constantine. There's a Chimera, one of the best cruisers in-game if you ask me. The Callisto, same thing there. Now I got both of these ships. I got all versions of the Callisto, but the Chimera would be available in another version that might be nice to have. But honestly not too yeah, excited about this. But what other ships would really change my game? So getting modules for the Spear and the Constantine, these can be really game changing. That is very, very strong. The Reliat, the stealth version, is an absolutely overpowered ship. If you got this frigate early in game, it just takes out all systems. It can take out the subsystems of any battlecruiser amazingly good. And we also do have the T-800 here, and the Cellular Defender, as well as the B version of the Nebula Chaser, the Pulse Cannon version. All three are amazing good corvettes that would allow you to really get a much better setup with small ships. The last one interesting here is the Stingray, because the Stingray is another ship that can attack primary weapons and that will target large ships again. So I do have the Stingray as well as the Reliat to get my system damage fleet complete. I do have the Nebula Chaser B version, the Cellular Defender, or the T-800, which would be all great corvettes, so I can use CV-3K perfectly. Any module for the Spear or the Constantine is always very welcome. So because of this, I will go for the outstanding firepower first, and then in around 2 days and 7 hours, I will come up with the next video to show you what happened and what else we can do. Interesting is we do have an additional input here that we can click. So we can consume weapon tech to do what? I think we can reduce the research time with weapon tech. Doesn't really reduce it much, at least if you don't use high version. So the R1 only reduce it by, I think it was 30 minutes. Let's see if we have something. Here we do have 25. So if we use 26, we can reduce it by nearly 1 day. Is that right? No, 12 hours. So half a day. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we can add as many as we want. Where do we have a lot? Okay, so you can use additional weapon inputs to reduce the cooldown time. That's pretty interesting. As you see, I do have a lot of these pulse turret stuff because I am very unlucky. I did not get a lot here. It automatically stops as soon as you are at 0. So let's see. 5. I'm looking for some R4s. Don't want to waste much. Confirm. And we already finished research phase 1. Okay, great. Let's see. We are now in research phase 2. And what can we do? We can now either we can get the blueprints that we researched. We don't know which one we will get. We still have all these blueprints available. Or we can start sorting more by choosing the company again. So that will make it really, really interesting because we take out a lot of ships by choosing the company. So we can reduce it to, in this case, up to 4 ships, meaning there's a 25% chance to get the ship you want. Or we can use the weapon type. Direct fire weapons in this case, or projectile weapons. If we go for the direct fire, we still do have a lot of ships available. We only take out half of them. So let's see. I want to have a chance to get my battlecruisers. That means Jupiter is out. Noma would only give me 1 option, and I do lose the chance for the corvettes, so that is not so good. The Antonius would still have the Constantine inside. I have the Nebula Chaser, the Cellular Defender, and the Reliat. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blueprints out of 9. That gives me nearly 50% chance to get the blueprint I want. I guess that will be the best to go, and it looks like it only needs time. Let's see. That won't work well. I think the best thing I can do here, here I have too many ships left. So if I go for the Antonius Consortium, I do get most selected out. Depending what you do, you might even select, oh, that's interesting. I don't have any option to select like energy weapons. That would be nice, but that's not available. So let's go for these. Research now. For the purpose of the video, I will try to use again, let's see if I still have enough here. I don't want to use, wait, this is plasma. Okay, let's use the plasma ones. We do have a lot. I would not recommend you to do this. I just do this now for the purpose of the video, so I can show you what will happen there. As you will see, I will probably end up using nearly all of my tech files here. But, oh no, there's even a mech. Okay, yeah. So we have enough. We got to 0. Cut it down by 94 hours. And we get into the next phase. So we only have 9 ships left. And now we can choose direct fire weapons or projectile weapons. Let's see. Nebula Chaser, Constantine. I don't really want the Guardian. The Vita Speed 10 is probably not so bad. So when you do this, you can already check before what options are there. I will scroll down here that you can see what is inside the projectile weapon later. So that will make it easier for you to select it and to decide if you continue or not. I do already have the Vitas. I'm not really keen to get them again. So projectile weapons, honestly, is not good. Yeah, the Rayliat is there, the Cellular Defender. But at all, that's not my favorite option. If I go for the direct fire weapons, I have the Constantine, Nebula Chaser with the B variant, and the Vitas, which I do not yet have. So I cannot draw the blueprint yet because I already spent everything. So I have to research it 14 days. That's a really, really long time. I could speed it up for 3,500 Proxima coins, which is way too much. Oh god, you can consume tech points from your ships. No, I would absolutely not recommend you to consume tech points from your ships. So in this case, I really have to wait now for 2 weeks. That's crazy long. That is really, really crazy long. I don't think I will recommend you to go for the last step. The choices I had there were not really good. Let's see, can I go back? No, I can't go back. So I would recommend you to stop after the second one, because 2 weeks is a very, very long time. And at least for my choices that I wanted to take here, it was not super helpful with the last direct fire selection. So I hope this video helped you, gave you an idea how the research agreement works, how it looks like, and will make it easier for you to come to the right decisions. As always, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you all on the next video again.